What's up, you guys? Coach Brandon with Skyhook Ninja Fitness out here, and today we're going to be giving you a whole workout that you can perform anywhere you have a big grassy hill. We're going to include a warm-up, a nice workout that you can do on the hill, including some variations for some more difficult exercise, and then of course a cool down and stretch we can do at the end. So let's go ahead and get right into it with our warm-up.
Starting with small arm circles 10 times each direction. These arm circles should be about as big as your head, 10 forward and 10 backward. After small arm circles, we're going to go into big arm circles. Make sure we go slow with these. Take your time. Reach your arms high and straight above your head, and just like the small arm circles, we're going to do 10 forward as well as 10 backwards. Once again, focusing on keeping those arms up nice and high and doing a slow, controlled range of motion, not throwing our arms around like helicopter blades. After that, we're going to move into huggers, crisscrossing, reaching those arms and then switching which arm is on top every time. Just 10 of these guys, immediately followed up by 10 torso twists. Hold your arms, elbows just out to your side at 90 degrees, turning your whole torso with your shoulders moving at the same time and your hips turning just a little bit as well, 10 times each direction. Then we're going into spread foot toe touchers, where one hand is reaching across to the opposite foot 10 times in total. Really try to keep those arms straight, and the opposite arm that's not reaching towards the foot, reaching up towards the sky. After these, you're going to go into leg swings, forward and backwards 10 times on each leg. It's okay if you lose your balance on these ones a little bit. Just get yourself back up and keep going from whatever point you lost your balance at. And so 10 times on each leg, forwards and backwards, as well as side to side. Now on your side to side leg swings, I really want you to think about on the outside kick, pointing your heel in the air and not your toe in the air. You're already getting a stretch on that muscle from the cross kick, the one that goes in front of your body. You want to stretch the outside of the leg, and in order to activate the outside of the leg. In order to do that, you need to drive your heel into the air and not your toe on those outside leg swings. And after all of these, we're going through a quick cardio warm-up. So you're going to jog in place for 30 seconds. And then after you're jogging in place for 30 seconds, you're going to go into jumping jacks for 30 seconds. And after jumping jacks for 30 seconds, you're going to go into mountain climbers for 30 seconds. Now, if you want to substitute some other kind of quick, rapid cardio exercise for this, you totally can. And the idea is we're trying to warm up our entire body and just get the blood pumping really quick. And all of these combined make for a nice, really fast, full body warm up to get your body prepared and ready for the things that we are about to do on this hill climb workout. So let's go take a look at that. We're going to begin this hill climb workout with a lunge walk. You're going to lunge walk all the way up the hill. Make sure you're going down nice and deep with those lunges, trying to touch that back knee to the ground. And you're going to follow that up immediately with lunge walks down the hill. So both up the hill and down the hill. Make sure you're feeling the muscles in the back leg doing the work. Keep your body upright, lunge walking all the way up and down the hill. Following that up with a sprint up and a walk backwards down. So trying to get up the hill as fast as you can. Drive, push, 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 and then catching your breath, walking backwards down. You're going to do this 3 times in total. Run all the way up the hill and then walk backwards down the hill, catching your breath and moving on to the next exercise. We're going to bear crawl all the way up the hill, driving those knees in between our arms, and then we're going to crab crawl down the hill. Now, if you want to make this a little more difficult, we can change it up. We can actually crab crawl up the hill. This is going to put a lot more work on our triceps and force our legs to push a lot more on the way up. And then we can bear crawl down the hill. This is going to put a lot more work on our core and our shoulders if we have to bear crawl down the hill. So a nice harder variation right there. After that, we're going to jump up the hill as fast as we can and then gently walk our way down. Just like before with the running up the hill, I want you to focus on going up as fast as you can. You can totally take your time on the way down, walking, catching your breath, and restoring the oxygen in your bloodstream, but as you're on the way up the hill, just busting that out as fast as you can. And just like the running, I want you to do those jumps up the hill 3 times total. After that, you're going to do skater steps left and right. So these are big, giant, side-to-side steps all the way up to the hill. And then following that up with these reverse shoulder presses. So you're pressing that body down the hill by reaching those feet out and kind of extending into a push-up position. And that's the whole set of the workout right there. You can feel free to end on the 1 set right there if that was a good enough workout for you, or we can repeat this set multiple times, 3 times, 5 times, depends how much time you have, depends how much energy you have, but you can definitely repeat this workout. It's going to be a little bit more leg intensive than upper body intensive, depending on which workouts you pick. So make sure to monitor your levels of energy, and if you complete an entire set and you don't think you'll be able to do another set, don't start another one. Complete an entire set from beginning to end, and then we can move on to the stretch right here. We'll begin by stretching our forearms. You're going to raise that palm to the sky, hand on the fingers, and then slowly pull it down. So fingers up in the air, slowly pulling it down. You can even count to 5 seconds as you're doing that. We're going to do that the opposite way as well, with your fingers pointing in the air and your knuckles out. So you're stretching both sides of the wrist. And of course, we are going to do this on both arms. So pull those fingers down towards your wrist, stretching, and then doing the opposite, pushing your knuckles down towards your wrist, and that 5 count. Clasp your fingers together, roll your knuckles around for a few seconds after that to loosen up the wrists after they got stretched, both forwards and backwards. And then after we're done rolling our hands out, we're going to stretch our shoulder. Bring that straight arm in front of your body, stretching that out. Each of these stretches holding for about 10 to 15 seconds, maybe 30 seconds if you really want to get in nice and deep. Holding, pulling that shoulder across your body. Then we're going to stretch out the sides of our bodies. Spread your feet out, slide your hand down that leg, using that arm as support, and the other hand reaching in the air and even up and over your head. You're going to feel a stretch down the side of your body, as well as in the leg that you're supporting yourself on. So reaching over your head and holding that stretch, deep, easy breaths. And then, of course, switching sides. Always doing these stretches on both sides, supporting that body with the arm down on the leg and reaching your hand over your head. Now bring those feet back together, and we're going to use something to hold on to if you need some for stability. We're going to do a quad stretch. So not big, long dancer pose, but just straight up and down with your knee pointing down towards the ground and that foot all the way pulled back into your bottom for that nice quad stretch. Doing that on both sides. Pulling that heel into your bottom, toe pointing in the air, knee pointing down at the ground. Feeling that nice deep stretch in the front of your leg. And after that, we're going to move on to hip lift. Still using that obstacle for balance if you need to. Grab your ankle and pull that ankle up to your waist. And if you can hold your balance, use the power of both hands to pull that even better. But you should feel a stretch in the glute of the leg you have raised the heel up. So you're going to feel a stretch on that glute. And make sure that leg is out sideways, out parallel, while you're raising that heel. And now we're going to stretch out finally that hamstring. So you stick your foot out in front of you with your toe up in the air. So you're just resting on that heel, and you're going to feel a stretch down that hamstring. Try to reach down for your toe, but if you can't reach your toe, that's okay. You can reach down for your knee, slide that down to your shins, but making sure you're reaching down for that toe, and of course on both sides. Reaching down, stretching that leg. You've done a lot of work on the legs in this workout, so you really want to make sure you stretch out those hamstrings. Get them nice and relaxed.
All right, ninjas, I feel stretched out. I hope you guys feel stretched out as well. I had a great time working out with you today. In the meantime, if you haven't already, make sure you check out the other videos from the Skyhook Homeschool Catalog that you can find right here on our YouTube page. This is Coach Brandon, and I'll see you guys next time. Put your hands in the middle. Skyhook Ninjas on 3. 1, 2, 3. Skyhook Ninjas!